Alright, welcome to Ferrets, Fish, and Blu-rays. This is Binks. She has a cocktail, and she's a pretty girl. I was perusing the internet, as I often do, for new movie trailers and whatnot, and I stumbled across the trailer for the 2014 remake of Robocop. Now, I am a huge Robocop fan. I love the original 1987 Robocop movie. I've watched it a million times, and sadly, I don't have it. But I can do this. Now, as I said, I was a huge fan of this movie. Love it. It's directed by Paul Verhoeven. He directed one of my favorite movies of all time, Starship Troopers. I have it on Blu-ray. It's awesome. I did not know that until right now. Yes, I love this movie. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We are talking about the new Robocop movie. Well, this trailer opens up with this jet flying over the city. Now, I don't know if this is Detroit or Delta City at this point. I really don't know which direction that this movie's going to go. Because you remember, if you've seen the original Robocop movies, that it starts out as old Detroit, and it's completely broken down by crime. It's really bad, and Omnicorp wants to come in and make Delta City a completely automated city, clean, no crime, and, you know, that was their original plan. But I don't know where they're going with the city right now, but it looks like crime is bad from the people running all over the place. Now, we see Murphy with a guy. He had a male partner in one of the television series. His name was John Cable. But I don't know if he's going to have a male partner in this movie because the male partner obviously dies in the trailer. Well, we don't know if he dies in the trailer, but we have an officer down. It usually sounds like someone's hurt pretty bad. I don't know if the character of Anne's going to be in this movie or not. She's his partner, if you remember from the first movie. He has a male partner at the very beginning. After we see that there's an officer down, we see Murphy with his family. I love that the family aspect is still in this movie. It was in the original. It was a very prominent part of the original movie. I'm glad that they're going to still go with Murphy having a family in this one. Now, the thing that kills Murphy, I don't know about this. When I was first watching the trailer, I saw that it was a car bomb, and I was like, what the? Apparently, this is based on a graphic novel. I did not know that there was a Robocop graphic novel. I'm going to have to check that out. Then we're introduced to Samuel L. Jackson's character and Gary Oldman's character. Samuel L. Jackson is this, like, multimedia mogul, and I think that he's a genius casting decision to be in this movie because Samuel L. Jackson's voice is just commands you to listen to him. I mean, just watch Pulp Fiction. I dare you. Just go out and buy it and watch it. Then Gary Oldman's character. Gary Oldman plays a scientist that creates Robocop, and I guess maintains him and takes care of him throughout the movie. He seems to be a little less spastic than the scientist from the original Robocop. He was a little bit more all over the place. I think I'm going to love Gary Oldman. He's a fantastic actor. Then we go on to see Robocop being all badass in his silver and black Robocop uniform with the big helmet that goes over and he grabs the dog. I love that. Now, I didn't see any of the Robocop television series, but I know that he had a male partner named John Cable who also became a Robocop, who actually had a pretty kick-ass suit. But we'll get back to that later. More about the trailer. And then we have Michael Keaton's character. He basically says, I want the Batman suit that I was supposed to have in the 1989 Batman movie that I was in, so we're going to make it all black and less interesting. Now, back to what I said about the John Cable Robocop, or Robo-Cable. From some of the scenes in this, it shows that Robocop has a different color uniform, or a different color suit, and guns on both sides. Now, if anyone's seen the television series, from what I read, Robo-Cable had 2 guns instead of 1. I've seen that this, from what I've seen so far, I think that this movie is going to be predominantly a remake of the original with some elements of the TV series thrown in. From after that, we see some awesome scenes of Robocop just, you know, jumping and fighting and using his guns and all this shit. And then they show him riding a motorcycle, which is pretty tricked out. I don't remember him ever having a motorcycle. Like in the original Robocop, he drove a regular standard police car, which I thought was pretty cool because the standard police car rolls up and all of a sudden this big metallic Terminator looking motherfucker gets out of the car. Speaking of Terminator, did you know that they almost made a Robocop versus Terminator movie? Yeah, I looked that up on the Wikipedia page. It almost happened. They also show that Robocop's humanity is trying to overcome his prime directives. I saw that little line by the woman in this movie. I think that's a great idea. And then near the end, we see ED-209. That thing is so freaking badass. It looks like a freaking tank with legs. I remember from the original, he just blows the shit out of this guy. Pow, pow. As if this trailer couldn't be any more fucking awesome. There's a barrage of action, and then Robocop comes up to the screen. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. That is classic Robocop. That is pretty fucking awesome. I am extremely down for this movie. The only thing that I don't really like so far is that it's coming out in February. February is not really a good time for movies, but I hope that this movie is good. Being a hardcore Robocop fan, I really hope that this is going to be awesome. I'm going to give this movie a solid watch. Definitely going to see it in theaters. And if it's good, I'm definitely buying it on Blu-ray. What did you think of the trailer? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to see some more videos, hit the subscribe button. That's been it for this edition of Ferret's Fish and Blu-rays.